Is there a storm brewing? Or is that the reflection of a sunset over these golden sunflowers? Is rain coming our way? Or is that just nature's way of painting a beautiful picture over a field of tulips? It's all about perspective, the big picture. So what exactly is this big picture? The complete story or idea, in this case the overall goal, thinking of the future and all of the different factors involved, and remembering not to focus too much on the small details, but on the entire timeline as a whole. As stakeholders in the transition of students on the autism spectrum, the big picture is what will guide you throughout this journey. Hey everyone, my name is Megan Boucher Miranda, and I'm Secretary of the Board and a Program Manager for the HDS Foundation. We're going to go ahead and jump right in, so let's get started. Here at the HDS Foundation, our focus has been to help facilitate the success of students on the autism spectrum, to work on social and independent living skills while also preparing for life after high school and a successful transition into post-secondary life and careers. This means that we work very closely with high school administration, teachers, ESC facilitators, and paraprofessionals, as well as different post-secondary institutions, professors, and of course, students and parents. We've seen the struggle in bridging the gap between different departments, entities, and families where these students can fall through the cracks, especially those who may not receive certain resources. And we're hoping in connecting the dots and information and context to everyone involved, we can help students be more successful in preparing for life as an adult. Preparing families for transition. Today's presentation moderators are Elizabeth Falk, EDS, Program Manager and Educator for the HDS Foundation, Megan Boucher Miranda, Executive Board Member and Program Manager, and Natalie Stevenson, Marketing Coordinator for the HDS Foundation. The HDS Foundation was founded as a grassroots organization to support older teens and young adults in our community as they transition from high school to life as an adult. Our programs are created to support the great work happening in our local high schools, colleges, and universities by facilitating and promoting opportunities to develop daily living, social, and job skills. We all know that resources are limited in schools to create such opportunities, but with some creative programs, we are able to support them. The HDS Foundation website is a source of great information for families of students on the autism spectrum. Focusing on the older teen to young adult population, the resources are geared to support transition-related activities. Our flagship programs include our High School Social Skills Bridges program, which focuses on social and daily living skills and engagement in the community, SAP or social skills programs throughout the community, and College Mentors specifically designed for college and university level students to support their mentor activities and additional resources. Additionally, the HDS Foundation is committed to sustainable employment opportunities for individuals on the autism spectrum via our ASDTech program and other initiatives. The HDS Foundation further supports the community in many ways, and you can keep up with all of this on our happenings and events pages. Financial support is what allows us to provide the grants and activities we sponsor, and 100% of contributions go toward our flagship programs. This past year, we've been focusing on creating a platform where families and individuals can access valuable information and engage more effectively. Resources range from advocacy and policy to post-secondary education, where detailed post-secondary programs can be compared for a best fit option, transitional resources, and finally, the For Your Toolbox page that provides a sampling of great quick tip documents. These are a collection of great resources, and if you have a tool that you would like to share, please click the Resource Share button, fill out the form, and one of our staff will work with you to make it available for all. The more the ASD community collaborates, the better the outcomes.
Hi everyone, my name is Natalie Stevenson and I am the Marketing Coordinator here at the HDS Foundation and HDS Companies. Today I'm going to share with you how families can work more effectively to prepare their child for a smooth transition. Let me focus on a few themes here with you today.
what I call the big surprise, the TIEP. Here's what I can tell you. Most parents are not prepared. First, it sort of assumes everything that was supposed to happen, like great communication, understanding everything that was thrown your way, and really engaging and understanding took place. And it didn't. Not really. Reality kicks in, and you all of a sudden realize you are losing all of those teachers that have taken care of everything for the last umpteen years, and now the ball is in your court. Before your child gets to this moment, ask yourselves, how can I help my child understand their options? Options for diplomas? Which type of post-secondary requires what type of credentials? Could my child have benefited from more time in high school? And how can you, as the parent, create an easier roadmap for your child? Parents can't really put the options into perspective if they don't understand how they play together. One way parents can promote self-advocacy and self-determination is developing independence, life skills, and social skills in their home. Creating a plan for your child's transition requires parents to follow guidelines and look at what is needed year to year. Some things are just not obvious early on, but you can start building a toolbox of information and potential resources for your child. Take time to navigate through the information that is available and reach out to the school so they can help facilitate this process. It is important for parents to remember that the results of the formal assessments that your child takes in school are just a number or classification of some sort. One way parents can get a better understanding of what the test results mean is to contact the school for help so they can explain in further detail what the numbers represent. For example, if your child scored in the 78th percentile nationally, the scores could indicate that your child is really strong in the math sections, so perhaps this field of study would be of interest. And if your child's scores are weaker in the writing sections, create new goals for the next IEP meeting or look at other options to strengthen their writing skills. Also, informal assessments can help a family use their resources to evaluate how others see their child and their strengths and interests. This can help parents use valued views of their child in different settings and perhaps see something they had not noticed before. The resources available on our website for your toolbox focus on making specific sections of great publications and information written and produced by different educational resources more easily accessible. What we hope these tools will accomplish is to give parents and their child the ability to access quick and simple tools and use them repeatedly. Our vision is that if they start utilizing and building on them, the path will get more narrow and they can dig deeper into the areas of strength or need for their child. Parents are already overwhelmed. Thankfully, we have more information today than we did just even 5 years ago, and that's a good thing. Parents can only process so much, and it is important to pace yourself for the marathon ahead. We see so many cases where we get to the TIEP and parents may wonder, where did the time go? Let's rewind and see how it can be different.
Hi everyone, my name is Liz Falk and I'm the Program Manager at HDS Foundation and a former educator. The journey our students take to transition starts so much earlier than people think. Today we're going to focus on where the transition from high school to post-secondary really starts, and that is in middle school.
It is important to understand the laws and legal support that your child will have when they transfer from the K-12 system to post-secondary education. When we think about the law and how it governs supporting students with disabilities in the K-12 system, we're really used to the IDEA, which stands for the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, being the only thing that protects your child and ensures all the rights and accommodations. Very few people know that the 504 plan, which stands for the Vocational Rehabilitation Act, and ADA, which is the American Disabilities Act, plus the IDEA, are very evident in the public school setting. However, in the post-secondary educational setting, the IDEA is not used to support students with disabilities, and the Individual Educational Plan, the IEP documentation, which provides accommodations, is not used as well. At the post-secondary level, they only focus on the ADA and are required to accept 504 plans. When your child leaves higher education, both the 504 plan and the ADA will go to the workplace setting and ensure workplace accommodations and accessibility needs are being met. The transition process begins in middle school for your child. In 8th grade, students select their high school classes and learn about what options they have for their schedule. A general understanding of diploma options is important as your child begins their journey throughout high school. Depending on what post-secondary path your child takes, it is important for parents to know what the requirements are for university, community college, and job programs, so you can begin to add to your toolbox the resources you will need to help guide your child. Take your time to build your roadmap as your child begins their transition from high school to their post-secondary journey. As parents, you should understand the middle school milestones ahead of time, so it makes the process of reaching the goals more attainable. As Natalie mentioned, it's important for you as the parent to begin having your child do chores around the house, such as getting the mail, learning how to do their laundry, making a meal, and engaging in social activities. These at-home activities can not only help your child begin to gain their independence and life skills, but it also helps the teacher as they continue to work with your child as they transition from middle school to high school. As your child progresses through high school, there are academic and development career readiness expectations educators and parents need to be sure to address. For example, at 14 to 15 years of age, your child's strengths and interests should be identified as well as the transition services they may need. Annual and post-secondary goals, diploma decisions should be discussed and developed by the parents, child, and teachers. To prepare for career readiness, your child can begin to set goals for their future and research youth employment and career options. Your child can also participate in part-time, non-paid, or paid jobs to gain work experience. When your child reaches 16 years of age, developing measurable post-secondary goals based on age-appropriate transition assessments in the areas of education, training, career goals, and independent living are important, as well as reviewing and updating your child's diploma decisions. You can request the schools to invite representatives from vocational rehabilitation to the IEP meeting to help you and your child know what services they provide. Discussion about post-high school medical, psychological resources, and living arrangements are also important at this time, so your child can begin thinking about life after high school. When your child reaches 17 to 18 years of age, expectations begin to shift towards post-secondary preparation, such as a request to defer graduation must be done by May 15th of 11th grade for your child to continue to receive transition or related services. Discussion of the transfer of rights and responsibilities at age 18 needs to be addressed so parents can have the option to apply for legal guardianship. Your child should continue to explore careers and gain job training or work experience at this time. Lastly, when your child is between 18 to 21 years of age, transition services such as instructions, community experiences, employment, and daily living skills need to be developed. If your child is graduating prior to age 22, parents and adult children should be given the summary of performance for exiting with a standard diploma or aging out, and the notice of change of placement prior to graduation. Your adult child should also consider applying for Social Security disability benefits. Lastly, utilizing the services of vocational rehabilitation can assist eligible children with post-high school training, job placement, and other services necessary for a successful employment outcome.
How can you as a parent help your child create foundational building blocks to prepare them for best fit college or post-secondary choices, work on the assessment tools, and chart their growth? Let's look at some key areas. Academic and career habits. This can range from attendance to ability to use school resources, communication, and quality of their work. These can tell a great deal, including how well do they accept constructive criticism or how technically savvy they are. Cultural know-hows. Cultural skills could range from ability to keep commitments, respect others, having the ability to be flexible, and being responsible. How strong are they in their interpersonal skills, their curiosity or awareness of others and themselves? Balance of multiple roles. Is your child persistent? Do they take responsibility and collaborate well with others? How independent are they, or how easy can they change and engage and participate in school activities? Self-direction. The ability to communicate or anticipate needs, advocate for themselves, access health care, and manage personal finances is what your child should be working for towards transition. This is not accomplished overnight. It takes time and hard work, but it can be done, and they are necessary for successful post-secondary decisions and outcomes.
April is Autism Awareness Month, and on April 2nd, we celebrate World Autism Day. Yay!
This month, we shine a light on 1 in 58 people who are diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder.
Autism is a communication and a developmental disorder that affects people in different ways.
Individuals on the autism spectrum greatly contribute to our communities, schools, workplaces, and enrich our families.
We all know someone with autism, a niece, nephew, sister, brother, daughter, son, friend, co-worker, or neighbor.
Supporting families in the journey of educating and caring for a child with autism is our mission.
Creating new and different post-secondary educational opportunities will guarantee the success for individuals on the autism spectrum.
The HDS Foundation facilitates mentoring and other resources in our schools and communities to enrich the lives of students with autism.
Here at Cypress Bay, we know community partnerships provide ample opportunities to support and expand programs that will benefit students.
Our goal is to promote and support initiatives in our school and community that promote independence and employment skills.
We must do our part to mitigate the many barriers that exist for those with autism.
Companies that encourage inclusive and supportive employment reap many benefits from a diverse workplace.
Focusing on the abilities of people on the autism spectrum instead of their disabilities provides a greater outlook for their future. And at the HDS Foundation, our mission is to do just that.
Embracing inclusive communities that create opportunities and change certain perceptions is an important foundation to diversity and creating necessary change.
So join us in celebrating the numerous abilities that the autism community has to offer. Let's light it up blue and support and embrace this cause. For more information on the work that the HDS Foundation does, follow us on social media at HDS Foundation or visit our website at hdsfoundation.org.
Thank you for watching today's presentation. You can stay updated on what we're doing by following us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at HDS Foundation, or by checking out our website at www.hdsfoundation.org for events, happenings, and different resources and information.